Chapter 1 of the issues paper provides a snapshot of the industry, which is a major industrial and economic force in many member states. Global automobile production increases between 2010 and 2018. It reached 97 million units in 2018, but decreased to 92 million units in 2019. Sales of new vehicles increases from 75 million units in 2010 to over 96 million units in 2018, but slightly decreased in 2019. The industry contributes significantly to global manufacturing employment. The number of the workers in the sector has increased by 35% since the global financial crisis and reached slightly over 14 million in 2018. Since the outbreak of COVID-19 last year, the industry has suffered from supply chain disruption, lockdown closure of plants, and a decline in demand. Global vehicle production in the third quarter of 2020 was 23% lower than the same quarter in 2019. Sales of new vehicles in the first 11 months of 2020 declined 14% compared to the same period in 2019. Chapter 2 outlines the drivers of change that are changing the industry more profoundly and rapidly than ever before. Technological advances continue to revolutionize automobile production systems and the entire supply chain. Digitalization offers new opportunities for enterprises to provide new products and services, from sourcing of raw material to online sales. These new technologies are reshaping the organization of the work and occupation throughout the industry. They have increased demand for ICT specialists and for workers with a background in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the so-called STEM fields. The rise of the electric vehicle is changing the industry in profound ways. Consumers demand and governments support the electrification of mobility because they are concerned about climate change. This has also caused the industry to take steps to reduce its environmental footprint and to contribute more to circularity. The period we now refer to as hyperglobalization brought rapid growth to the industry. Today, the global production network is entering a new era in which existing production models maintain momentum but are qualified by uncertainty in the geopolitical and trade climates. Changing demographics are influencing consumption patterns. Younger generations increasingly show a preference for car access over car ownership and for soft mobility over forms of transport associated with a greater environmental impact. New mobility services, car sharing, and ride-hailing platforms will increase demand for both electric and automated vehicles. Chapter 3 describes key challenges and opportunities to ensure decent work and a brighter future of work in the industry. It highlights how many automotive jobs will be lost and others transformed. It also highlights that technological advances will create a new opportunity for enterprises and workers, particularly high-skilled workers. Skills development and lifelong learning are key to investing in people's capability and advancing the decent and sustainable work in the industry. Skill development is also critical to ensuring a just transition to a future of work that contributes to sustainable development. In this regard, the paper highlights that sustainable enterprises are engines of job creation. They play a critical role in promoting innovation and generating inclusive growth, productive employment, and other decent work outcomes. While there is a growing recognition in the industry that women are a source of underutilized talent, available data suggests that female participation in the industry is low. The time has come for the industry to define and implement an industry-wide transformative gender equality agenda. Faced with a historically high degree of uncertainty and disruption, social protection floors have become more important than ever for the industry because they provide workers with freedom from fear and insecurity. Special attention must be given to part-time, temporary agency, self-employed workers, and those with unclear employment relationships. Finally, the paper highlights that the social dialogue is vital to meeting the challenges and opportunities faced by the industry today and in the future. It is critical to ensuring that investment in people's capabilities, skill development, and lifelong learning will allow employers and workers to seize new opportunities. In this regard, freedom of association and collective bargaining are enabling rights that have allowed strong and independent workers and employers organizations to contribute to the growth of the industry in the past. They remain more important than ever as the constituents navigate an increasingly uncertain future. Thank you very much for your attention.